And good morning, everyone. Coming to you live from downtown Milwaukee, more specifically by the lakefront. I'm actually between the Discovery World and the Milwaukee County Art Museum. So without further ado, let's head into the Art Museum. It's been a minute since I've been in there. Let's see what kind of surprises await for us today in there. So follow me and let's get some little art history today. First thing I noticed today is that wings are down. If anyone is unfamiliar, weather depending, this whole area right there, they open up. Looks like wings. Google it. It's pretty neat. Designed by Calatrava, a Spanish architect, and very unique building in and of itself. So let's head inside. The main entrance brings you right underneath the Calatrava area with a very panoramic view of Lake Michigan. Gift shop over to my right. I have yet to pay for admission. That's going to be to the left, but this area appears to be open to the general public here, so figure walk out here before I head in. They had a season of American Idol filmed here years ago, and the judges were right where I'm standing with that backdrop being in the background. If you remember that. But very neat to see in real life. I definitely recommend coming down here. And I'm saying that before I even went in. Alright, I got my ticket in hand. It's in the visitor guide. $27 today. It buys you a one-day pass at the Milwaukee Art Museum. So let's see if it's worth it or not. Now I'm coming up to a display of chairs. That's very unique in and of itself. I'm going to try not to rush through this museum since it was a little on the pricey side, and like to get a full vlog in too. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll keep moving along. Old Schwinn. This just must be a bunch of abstract designs through time that they're trying to showcase here. With the appliances and furniture. Very 70s, Art Deco-ish. I think that's the whole gist of this piece of the museum here. I actually like that desk. That's really neat, along with that radio. So I'm sure it's going to take a few hours to go through here, or an hour, but let's move on. So there's a suitcase kind of in the middle here, and if you stare down in it, there's some sort of, you can kind of make out the foot right there, but there is somebody sitting down there. See the legs and a baby? Very interesting. It's Michelle Gaber. If you stare at it long enough, it starts playing tricks with your mind. Makes it look like it's moving almost. That Ross Baker is pretty unique. Gives you a weird ghostly vibe. Kind of gives you a weird feel to that. Super realism. Of course, the janitor. Very lifelike. Gotta say, people interpret art differently, but I was talking to a curator and he said on the side, Trombley, very well-known artist, you can kind of make out the ghost figure in there. It's supposed to be a crying woman fading out, and a lot of people interpret that as a long-lost love leaving. That's what he said. So I guess looking at this type of art gives you more of a sense that it does go deeper in things and gives it a different appreciation. This piece here appears to be a mirror, but as I walk this way, I slowly disappear like a ghost. Very neat illusion on that. Does it on both sides too. German random felt suit with a little more abstract type pieces. Liner wreckage. Painted on aluminum and broken concrete framed panels. It's unique to say the least. This piece kind of stuck out. Acrylic on canvas. On duty, not driving, 2010. Jackie and John. Painted in 1965. Who's this? I don't recognize him. So this is a piece about the Harlem Six that were wrongfully accused of murder in 1965 and beaten by the Brooklyn Police Department. I guess it made national news back in the 60s, but this was kind of a story attributing to that. It's all different forms of saying come on out, which they wanted the blood to come out while the police were beating them. So that's kind of a little story behind this piece. Coming up to the second floor now, it appears that there's work now from around the world. Different countries, different cultures. It could be obviously in here for hours, but we're taking the express tour today. But giving you a different sense of things from around the world. This kind of caught my eye here. Haitian, 1972. Very colorful though. Different walking sticks for different times and different places around the world. Oh, that's something. That dog on top. That stick was from 1830. American. Crazy. From 1888. Carved, assembled, and painted wood with folding tin. Crazy chess set, or excuse me, checkers from 1875. Different fish up here. Various artists, all carved in wood. Igor Tolson, I heard of him. Man with a pony. Monkey, 1900. Wood with glass and rope. It's a really neat piece. Snake down here. Oscar Spencer, born 1908. This is kind of a riveting piece, the H-bomb, oil on cardboard. Painted 1954. Wisconsin native Eugene von, I can't even pronounce his last name. Ronald Cooper, American, carved and painted wood. This is a little eerie. American, 1880, carved and painted wood with hemp, plastic, metal, and glass. Untitled. Imagine seeing that thing move at night in here. Got his brother on the other side. Drasos P. Skyless. Young Girl with a Cat, 1955. This kind of gave me Wednesday Addams vibes walking past it, but very wide range of ways to interpret this, that's for sure. Alright, I covered a little bit of the first and second floor. I feel like I really didn't go through everything 100%. I'm going to go up to the third floor and maybe do another once over on the way down, but very neat in here. I didn't realize how big it was either compared to how you see it on the outside, so let's move on. Okay, these were painted in 1791. This is now more contemporary type art, if that's what you call it, but this is turn of the century, 19th century type art, even earlier than that. I mean, 1782, oil on canvas, and look at how that color holds up. That is like in Technicolor. Unbelievable. Got a chair here, manufactured by the American Chair Company, 1829. Followed by Alfred Cornelius Holland, Driving a Bargain, painted for a calf, whatever that, bargaining for a calf, sorry, 1879. That painting is. Abraham Lincoln, painted in 1848. You could just spend hours in here. I wasn't aware of how vast this goes, to be honest with you. Okay, so I am coming up to right now. Let me just check the nameplate. Yeah, this is the most expensive piece of art that the museum has, and he told me a long backstory on this artist here, his history, but this is the piece. He didn't tell me how much it's worth. But he says if you happen to sit here now and stare in that area for about 5 minutes, that this painting will start having colors run at you and play tricks with your mind. There's a bench right behind me, so I might take him up on that offer and do that. But that is the most sought after art piece right here in the gallery. They do have a Monet here, but that's on loan. But he even said that this piece tops that, so I'll set the time and stare. I don't know, but like right in that area, I almost see like a devil or something. Really weird. But then it goes from that to a lion. I'm just seeing a whole bunch of other weird things, so it does kind of play tricks on your mind, and I'm sure that's how he intended it to be. I came out to this little area here that is overlooking the lake now on the 3rd floor, but there's kind of the view from up here. Now we're getting into the abstract side of things. Kind of a interesting sculpture there. Like, I don't get this. I'm just trying to figure this out. I mean, I guess you really have to sit here and do some sort of interpretation. I mean, that little line of yellow, then purple, then up there's blue, but just boggles my mind, some of this. I mean, that I can kind of see. I mean, it kind of changes color, but some of this is just very, I don't know, I can't, like this, for example. I'm just trying to figure out how to interpret things like this. Red, yellow, and blue. I mean, honestly, anybody could do that. I know I sound very superficial for saying that, but I need to know why things that are like this, like making in museums. Comment below if you know. This Joseph Albers here was another one I was told that will play tricks with your mind if you stare at it for some time. Kind of see the Calatrava there. Discovery World. And once again, Lake Michigan on this end. Ernest Lugwood Kirchner, but this kind of caught my eye as I was walking past. Why he put green in their faces. I wonder what the symbolism is with that. Another artist I heard of, Pierre Bernard, French La Chesnée, 1945. I've seen that around a few times, that painting, so that's pretty neat that it's here. And I literally passed this up. There you go, Pablo Picasso. chicken and a dove. Got brought into another room with these Spanish totems. And the ceiling up here, the clouds, if you look at it long enough, they're actually moving. I see some birds flying over. And all around in this room.
Clay will teach you, but she can only do so much for you.
I don't know.
You can't push her beyond what she's going to do, or what she can do. She'll stop. You'll be pushed a little bit, and it's like you don't go any further. You know, that's it. That's as far as it goes. But it's good to know where the edges are, and it's good to know how far you can take something.
Pretty interesting. Coming into the Impressionism side of things. Unfortunately, their Monet is lent out at the moment, so I have to come back when that comes back. What's this? Looks like something from The Lion King. But it's not. That's crazy. I wonder if Disney stole that. Doesn't that look like right from The Lion King? That was made in 1883. Unreal. I just can't believe the color in this. It looks like there's a light shining on it, but the way he uses color, it's just unbelievable. So this was made in 1853. But I almost think that this is my favorite piece in here, just based on how the color is on that. That is amazing. This is another one I remember seeing, just to give you the scale of that, with that door to the left of it, but La Page, French, painted 1881. Christ before the High Priest, painted in 1633 by Dutch artist Matthias Stam. I gotta just say how I really can't say anything, to be honest, of what I'm surrounded by. It's just the next thing is just more profound than the last thing. Just very eye-opening. Composite armor, 1570. Like I said, the next thing in here is more profound
tiny island next to Venice
than the last.
I took sheeting them to it, but unfortunately
I'm going to leave here with a better appreciation with the art in general than when I came here, so I guess it did transform me a little bit, just this visit here. Very fascinating stuff. Road to Calvary, Antwerp, Belgium from 1510. Alright, and now I'm out and down into the exit. So I do recommend you coming down here and checking this art museum out. It was worth the price of admission and then some. Learned a little bit while I was in there and got a better appreciation for that, where I'm actually gonna do a little more research on a few of the art pieces that I found in there and that I shared as well with you. So once again, please like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that. Let's help this channel grow. I'm going to try doing this more often, at least once a week. sharing my travels, my life with you, and hopefully you can come along for the adventure. So as always, we'll see you next time.